Once again, we are in pentool101.ai, and once again, we are on a quest for more power and more control out of our pen tool. As Scotty might say on the original Star Trek, I need more power, Captain. Notice I didn't say that in a Scottish accent because I can't do a Scottish accent. As a matter of fact, I can't do any accents. Let's get back to the tool. It's right over here waiting for us. Let's tear it off again. I like doing that. Let's pull it over here. Now, I am going to do something. I'm going to do something that we've done 57 times already. I'm going to make a triangle, but bear with me. Come over here and click. And let's go this way this time. I'll hold the Shift key only to draw a straight line. And come back up again. Now, don't forget, the last point that you manipulated is still controllable in terms of moving, say, with your arrow keys. So if you want to play around with that, you can. Okay, there we go, Andy. One more triangle. What I'm talking about in power is right up here. This stuff up here. I love this panel up here because it morphs and changes based on what you're doing. Now, notice what it's got up there now. It's got stuff for anchors. Now, let's go to our direct selection tool. It'll stay there. Over here, let's say we want to do that trapezoid thing again. So I pick up my pen tool, and I click right about here, and I come over and I click right about here. I then click on this one. We did this in the previous lesson. Wait for the negative sign and do that, and you go, whoa, you got that wrong. Now remember, the last one you went to, before we got rid of this one, which was over here, it's selected. And I can, if I want to, use my arrow keys. But have you ever had this problem? You're manipulating with the arrow keys, and you're trying to get it, and one arrow key up is too much and one arrow key down is too little, and I hate it when that happens. Well, tell you what. Come up to the direct selection tool. Select these 2 points. Either shift click on them or marquee them, which would be faster. Now watch up on the control panel when I release. Things change based on what it thinks you want to do. Now we do have an align panel that would work, but it's assuming that since I've got more than one point selected, one of the things I might want to do is align them. And I do. I want them aligned this way. So that would be, well, this button right here, and watch what happens when I click it. It aligns them vertically left to right. What does that do? Well, it means that you can use the alignment tools even on anchor points, and it's all right up there. Now we have other options. For example, if we come over here, we have convert options. This button here will convert a smooth point into a straight, and this one a straight into a smooth. So check this out. Let's select this point right here. Watch what happens when I click this. And let's go ahead and do this one too. You could have done them both at the same time. Not only did it create a smooth path, an anchor point, just by clicking that button, but it did it perfectly based on the other one. And now I have, well, I got a dome, I guess, just by clicking a button. Now this over here, or this one, controls how you see your handles. And we're just going to leave it on that one. I don't want selections of all my handles all the time. It gets too confusing. Over here, we have a cut button, just like the scissors that we used a couple of chapters ago. So if I come over, all I'm doing is using this tool. If I come over here and say grab these two right here and click the cut button. Now, if you cut them, then it says, do you want to join them? We don't want to do that. We just cut them. So if we pick up, let's do our regular selection tool for a second, and we pick that up. Let's lift the lid off this thing because we cut those two. Just like that. Now, let's say we want to do some connecting here. So I'll go back to my direct selection tool and select those two right there. Now, if you come back up here again, you have your cut button right here, but this button right here is connect selected endpoints. And if you click it, watch what happens. It creates a straight line between them, just like the join option does. You can add or subtract anchors. You can align things left, right, distribute them, anchor points. You can make them straight. You can come over here and change the X and Y position of the selected anchor, or if the whole shape is selected, you could change its X and Y plot position. And again, if we had it selected, you could change its width and its height. That's the whole shape. Control, to me, power, if you will, is found in a lot of places in Adobe Illustrator. And one of the places that will change based on what it thinks you want, that's where I like it, is this area up here. Don't forget it's there.